How's it going, everybody? Nerdroc here, and welcome to GoodtimeZ. This is the official tutorial, and I'm going to do my best to explain to you how this server works. So when you first finish the introduction, I didn't want to show you that because I want that to be a surprise, but when you first finish the introduction, you will find yourself here at the central shop of the server with 3 books. And you're going to want to read all these books because it's filled with useful information and commands that are going to help you get started here. But let's take a look around. So you're going to notice that there's a lot of items for sale here. Stuff that you can use to spawn animals, stuff that you could use to get XP, all kinds of horse stuff, and some of the more expensive stuff like ender pearls, enchanting systems, raiding munitions, which is basically a creeper egg. You can buy cobwebs as slow traps, and we have basically slow splash potions of healing, so they're like med kits. And so these ender pearls are going to serve a very specific purpose, but we're going to get to that a little later on. But I want you to understand that any kind of glitch that exists in the vanilla game is allowed here. So if someone uses an ender pearl to glitch through a wooden door or under a floor up to a higher level, that's all allowed. So this is the area you're going to come to buy all the stuff you're going to use. And what you're going to buy it with is, you'll see the price tag is in iron ingots. And sometimes in other things, like if you come over here, it's going to cost 15 diamonds for a creeper egg. So this is how you're going to get a lot of the stuff you're going to need. So the other question is, where are you going to get it? Well, let me go up into the air here. This is the map. So you're going to go anywhere that you see you can mine, all right? Anywhere except basically on this road. This road is going to be protected forever. But you can mine anywhere you go. That's fine. You can break blocks just about everywhere. And you're going to want to find these 3 valleys. Once you go mining and you have all your stuff and you want to claim land, you're going to want to find all these valleys. Although, to be honest, you may want to do this first. You follow the road to one of the 3 different valleys. And this is the Plains Valley. There's also a Desert Valley and a Wintry Valley, if you will. Now, you might notice during these little chunk loading errors that it looks a little different than Minecraft usually does. And that's because the server employs an anti-X-ray plugin. And it is a little bit annoying, but it's the only way to make sure that the server is going to work properly. Anyways, once you get into the valley, you'll notice that there are these plots laid out. And basically all that's doing is really illustrating the chunks. So you can come to any one of these chunks and you can claim it with your faction, and all the commands are listed in that factions book. You're going to create a faction and you can claim up to 4, depending on how many people you have in the faction. So if you have 4 people, you can get 4 chunks. If you have 3, you can get 3. And but it only goes to a maximum of 4. So this is the only area on the map that you can claim. Hold on, let me go a little faster so I can show you the other areas. But basically, you can only claim land in those 3 valleys. That's an important thing to understand, and holy moly, there are a lot of animals. Okay. Here is one of the other valleys. And you can also claim land here as well. And there's also a desert one, but I won't waste your time showing you that. But keep in mind, these are the only areas that you can claim. You can break any of the blocks out here, but you can only claim inside faction land. Okay, so I think we've covered a majority of how the server works. Okay, but I want to show one really important detail. Okay, let's say, I'm going to just go into creative mode. Let's say you have yourself a little house built. Okay, it doesn't really make a difference. We'll just say it's the smallest house ever. Okay. You got yourself your little base here. It's fine. We'll just put a roof. And here's the base, right? So, let's say this is our lovely base, but somebody comes over and they're going to raid us because they just bought a creeper spawner, right? So here's what's going to happen. They're going to blow up the wall. That was a horrible example. Let's try that again. They're going to blow up the wall like this. Right? And they can get any chest that's in here. They can basically blow up again. And they can steal your resources. Okay, but the important thing is that what they can't do is break your base permanently. Because what's going to happen over time, it's going to happen all at once here. But in actuality, it's going to heal 1 block at a time over a course of about 30 minutes. And your base will eventually heal itself. What that means is that anything you build, with the exclusion of blocks that have any kind of value, like you don't want to do that with anvils or brewing stands or stuff like that. But if you build your base out of, non-resource blocks, you don't want to use iron or diamond. But if you build it out of wood or cobblestone, it will grow back. Any kind of non-resource block will grow back after you have been raided. So anything that you build is going to stay yours forever. So that should cover most of the mechanics of the server. There's one other thing I want to show you, and a few little details I want to explain. I'm sure some of you have already impatiently started playing, and you will learn some of these the hard way. But, very important, central shop here. Well, as long as you are here, you are free from PvP. However, you are not free from PvE, so a zombie can come at you in this shop area and kill you. It's just other players that can't. Understand that camping is allowed. If you go out into the wilderness and you come to this shop, you should be prepared to defend yourself at all costs. One last detail before we go, and that is the only safe area on the server, and that is you jump through the truck and it's going to bring you to the farm. And like any zombie apocalypse, the farm is always the safest spot around. So you can come here and hang out. You're safe from everything. This is going to be like the social hub of the server. Everyone can come here and just chat, not have to worry about dying at all. Okay, so I hope I've answered most of your questions. I've done the best I can. If you have any questions, of course, you can always ask me or one of the other players on the server. If you're wondering why you can't find supplies here to make potions, let me just tell you that they are on the map along with several other secrets, so you're going to want to find them yourself. I will give you a hint, though. Along the length of this map, it's a very small map, but along the... scattered all through it are different records. So there's one here, I believe there's one at every valley, and then there's all the other records are hidden somewhere on the map. And if you find them all, your name will go on a wall of fame somewhere in the server. And as you can see, the zombie already wants to come get me. So, like I said, I hope I've explained myself to you guys. I hope I've explained most of the mechanics. It is a very hardcore experience. The zombies will drop nothing, as you can see. So all I can say to you guys is good luck. And have a good time. See you later.